What's up, y'all? KELDAMUZIK here on DIVA TV. We in KMEL Studios in Frisco with my boy BOX KEV. What's up?
What's up, DIVA TV? How y'all doing? Bay Area, what's going on?
That's right. Okay, you don't mind if I take a seat and sit right next to you?
Please do. Hold on, let me get it for you.
Oh, okay. All right, no problem.
The gentleman that I am.
Okay, all right.
There you go.
That's what's up. Okay.
Sit yourself down.
All right. Okay, so, I just wanted to come by and talk to you because, you repping, the Bay Area right now, playing nothing but, local artists and, underground, hip-hop music.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to, get your, your side of it. What you think right now of, like, today's local artists?
I mean, I love it. The movement is great. It's a real, representation of the youth, and it's positive, and it's keeping kids, out of trouble, and just the whole way that things is going together. I mean, the Bay Area has, at one point was the front runners in the whole hip hop industry. We had the light over here. It's not like this is something new to us. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the early '90s, the Bay Area was the scene. We've always been the trendsetters, even though the light may have not been shining on us. We always were trendsetters, and it's just our time. You know what I'm saying? Like the South had theirs, the East Coast had ours. It's just our time, and it's up to us and the kids and those artists to to keep the focus here. Y'all got to keep putting out hot music, and we gonna keep supporting it.
Okay, all right. Right now, who are you feeling right now out of the Bay Area who's really doing their thing?
I mean, I love everybody. I love. I mean, I'm a Frisco dude, so I represent with. San Quinn, your boy, Bailey, Big Rich, Toriano, Messy Mar. But then I got love for the whole Bay. I mean, Jack is incredible talent. I love Jack. Yuck, Turf Talk, Federation, 40. And you got a lot of new cats, you know what I'm saying? Like the Jay Stallions, the Vita Weedas, all the new cats. Eddie Project's doing a lot of big things out there. There's a lot of hungry artists out there. Mr. Fab been doing the thing, killing it. So, everybody, the Bay Area as a whole, and of course, it couldn't be possible without, the pioneers, the people that have been putting it down for a long time. E40, Keep the Sneakers, they still doing it.
Right, I feel. And shout out to Hood Stars, y'all doing it too.
Oh,
y'all know
can't
that.
Forget about the Hood Stars. Band-Aid, Scooty, I love you.
All right, hey, shout out, y'all being on Bass Swag. That's right. All right. And I just wonder, how did you get started in DJing and working the music thing? How did you come up with all this?
I was actually going to school at City College out here in San Francisco. I was taking like a broadcasting, mass communications classes. I was doing an internship program and through the school. And one of the teachers at the school used to he had a relationship with Chewy Gomez, and I had turned in I had applied to be an intern over here. This was like over 3-4 years ago, and then I just came on as an intern. I started out doing promotions on the street team, and then worked my way up to learning the boards, which is like what you see here, learning the production and doing that stuff, and then it just progressed to doing the whole on-air thing.
So how long did that approximately take?
I mean, I actually went kind of quick. Like I probably went from being nobody off the street to being on air and on air personality in probably like a little bit over a year. I mean, it takes some people a long time, but I've been blessed.
Okay. And what advice would you give right now to young kids out there trying to break into working at music stations and spinning records and stuff like that? What kind of advice you got to give?
Don't follow. Don't follow what everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? Try to set your own lane and go for it. I'd say. You definitely, got to know your music, know your history. You can't be, coming in and not knowing, where, thinking that the sample song is an original song. Try to step out, like I said, break records. If you feel passionate about something, go with it. Don't let nobody tell you that it ain't hot. If you like it, play it.
Okay. And now, as you were, trying to come up and do this, whatever, did you get a lot of like haters or people just stopping you, or like, were you ever trying to go to like other places and people just like, no, we ain't feeling you right now. We got other people working for us. I
mean, the radio's a cutthroat business. I mean, if you don't want to do the job, there's 10,000 other people that will. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as about that people don't really care about who you are. But yeah, I mean, everybody deals with the haters. You know what I'm saying? But we brush them off. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. You brush them off, y'all. All right. And I mean, like, as far as, like, now, when you interview artists and stuff like that, and here, I mean, what was one of your most, like, moments that you remember to this day?
Probably, well, for me, like, the most, I mean, I could give you two. For me, just as a fan, like, ever since I was probably, like, 9 years old, listening to E40, and then the first time I actually got to sit down and interview him was, like, right before the last album came out. I mean, I've met him. being through the station. He comes here all the time. Obviously, he has a show on every Sunday afternoon here. but to actually like sit down and be like, wow, I'm interviewing E40 was crazy. But for me, like just as far as like star power and just, you know, a legend, when was actually probably like a month or two ago when I had Nas here, and I got to sit down and interview Nas, and that was crazy. But Nas is like a real knowledgeable dude. Like he knows the business. He's been in the game for so long, and he just has so much to share with people. And you know, me as a fan, like listening to, you know, Nas forever was just like crazy, just to sit there and be like, wow, like I'm picking his brain, you know, like I'm challenging him. It was crazy.
Okay. And like usually when you sit here with these artists and you talk to them, I mean, how long is the interview usually? Is it just like something quick, like, you know, play a few tracks, get them out of here? I mean, what's it like?
It all depends. You know, obviously if you got like a new artist coming in, you know, and you know the labels bring them and, you know, stuff like that. You know, if you want to keep it relevant to the listeners, you got to think what the listeners want to hear. I mean, if like some new artist comes in that they don't know about, they don't want to see him sit up here for an hour. They're gonna be like, okay, can I get to something I know? But obviously, like, you know, an artist like, you know, we just had Young Buck in, who people he's relevant. People want to hear. I mean, he was up here for, you know, damn near 2 hours. You know, you all just kind of gauge it on, you know, what the audience is, you know, interested in.
Right. Okay. All right. That's cool. Okay. And what advice do you give to like young artists right now trying to get, you know, like trying to get their foot in the door in the business?
Do you? You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple. Don't follow, you know, what everybody else is doing. Like I said earlier, it's a blueprint, and it's not just for radio or, you know, whatever you're doing. No, whatever you're doing, you have to be original. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having the same sounds because, like, let's face it, the Bay Area is known for its sound, and let's go with it. Let's run with it.
Right.
But you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. That's the thing that I think people, you know, that's the biggest misconception right now is like, oh, I have to have a song that says dumb, fizz, you know, you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? You can still be part of the culture that we have going on right now and still, you know, have your own independence. And that's the biggest thing for you is just, you know, keep it with the sound, but, you know, still do you and be original.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, well, I'm going to wrap it up here because I know you're a busy guy. You're about to go on air soon, you know, 2 to 4, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Every Friday night, me, myself, Box Kev, the Bay Area's favorite white boy. My man, DJ A-Man, going to be holding it down every Friday night, Saturday morning, 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. inside the Hot Box. Craziness going on every week. We got exclusive music, exclusive interviews. We got to get DIVA TV out there for the Super Hyphy concerts, too, because those be cracking. And tonight, we're going to announce the lineup, Super Hyphy 16. It's going down April 7th. We're going to have Tech 9 in the building. Yuck Mouth going to be there. Jacka. We're going to have the team. Old School RBL Posse for all my old school heads. It's going to be crazy, man. If y'all want to get down with it, make sure you check it out. Rap8.com got your tickets. DIVA TV going to have the exclusives.
All right, y'all. Hey, this is Box Kev here. Y'all got to listen to him every Friday night, y'all. Hey, check out DIVA TV, y'all. KELDAMUZIK. Peace out.